There's really no middle ground on illegal immigration in America anymore. And basically, the spokesman for the two sides are this guy who just won the New York Democrat mayoral primary, Zoran Mamdani. And then you got the guy that from that video he was screaming at, Tom Homan, who revealed this morning just how crazy the opposition to actual laws are.
I don't see my family very much. My wife's living separately from me right now, mainly because I work so many hours, but mostly because of the death threats against me. She's someplace else.
Imagine living in a world where the guy threatening and encouraging lawlessness just got elected to lead his party, and the guy enforcing the law and his wife are forced to live in fear. That's how crazy we become. Let me be real clear where I stand on this in case you were wondering. If you come here or came here illegally, you should be removed or leave and not be able to come back. I don't care if you're claiming asylum or looking for a better life, or if you have a pile of anchor babies or whatever else. Your problems have become America's problems, and we are done with that. It's not cold or racist, it's reality. I care about every American before anyone from any other country, especially those who come here illegally. So, the bulk of the country agrees with me. That's why Trump won. I don't get to just break laws because I need or want something. So why should somebody else who owes, I owe nothing to, you owe nothing to, why should they be able to come here and in many cases live off my tax dollar benefits? I mean, you can call me whatever you want. I don't care. I'm so over caring about this stuff. I want our schools filled with people who are supposed to be here. I want our Medicare systems to actually take care of people who pay taxes and not those who go and broke the law to get here in the first place to get on those programs. I want our jails, which are funded by our tax dollars, to be reserved for criminals who commit crimes who are actually legally here, not filled with a bunch of people who should have never been here in the first place, burdening the system. But you have an entire party that embraces the exact opposite of me. Congressmen going down to El Salvador to have a margarita with a guy we just brought back to be prosecuted for human trafficking. And then after that, all the media still, they know they're on the wrong side of this, so still selling some sob story.
I remember the first day I read about the deportations to El Salvador of the alleged Tren de Aragua members for whom no evidence was ever presented that they had anything to do with Tren de Aragua. And I remember saying to Mike, I wish I didn't feel so gutted, and I wish I could stop thinking about these guys being scared in El Salvador. And I saw the paid ads that Homeland Security was doing in front of the deportees who were now prisoners at CCOT, and I was gutted.
Okay, Nicole, I don't see any illegals in the background of that shot in your home. I am sure you stay up all night with a glass of rosé in your high-rise apartment or nice home or wherever you live, and try to pull at the heartstrings of people. You just straight up lie. I don't know, 15 or so publications published this garbage or some variation of this headline. Father of Marines brutally beaten by ICE. Yeah? Oh, really? What actually happened there? That father was in the country illegally, made an attempt to evade arrest, and then he was fighting agents with a weed whacker when they came to get him. I mean, they conveniently left that part out. Another thing they left out, they tried to tell the world that this guy was, this guy was deported because he had a J.D. Vance meme on his phone. What? Turns out he was alleged at this point to be carting in drugs. And then, when those headlines came out, the same people rushed to say, well, it's an isolated incident. Is it? Because I'm pretty sure we see this every day. I'm also pretty sure that the vice mayor in an LA county just phoned a friend.
I want to know where all the cholos are at in Los Angeles. 18th Street, Florencia. Where's the leadership at? Because you guys are all about territory, and this is 18th Street, and this is Florencia. You guys tag everything up, claiming hood. And now that your hood's being invaded by the biggest gang there is, there ain't a peep out of you. It's everyone else who's not about the gang life that's out there protesting and speaking up. When the big gang guns come in, nothing but quiet, and we're out here, the regular ones that have never been jumped in, out here calling things out, trying to organize people, trying to do the thing.
This is a member of the LA local government calling for gang members to basically get into gunfights with federal agents. I'm sorry, what? I mean, look at who she's aligning with. A quick search will show you that 18th Street Gang is a transnational criminal organization headquartered out of LA. And Florencia 13, the other gang member she was calling on, these guys have their members in jail for any number of things: drug trafficking, extortion, murder, assault, robbery, auto theft, running counterfeit document mills. You wonder why Trump called in the National Guard. I would have called in the Air Force with the same bombers we just flew over Iran, because some in the local governments appear to be on the same team as gangs. And all the libs whining, oh, it's about family separation. Shut up. This is a policy that Barack Obama started, by the way, with people being put in cages that Barack Obama built. Despite AOC's fake crying outside of an immigration facility, you know the real reality of the very Democrats screaming about children? I mean, do you know what their policies did?
There was like 300,000 missing children under the last administration. We found thousands of them. We found some in sex trafficking. I mean, we just, I think 2 weeks ago, we rescued a 14-year-old that was already pregnant, living with adult men.
14 with adult men. And some of those other children had addresses registered when they were released to like random adults at strip clubs, parking lots, shipping containers. One of those types of locations had 42 kids registered to it as their last known address. So spare me your crocodile tears about how you care about children, libs. Your party did this. You did nothing about it. Oh, speaking of crocodiles, too, well, actually, alligators. Florida is leading the way, proposing a solution to this and a place to put these people. Look, I realize that this is like a numerical problem, like how do you detain or transfer or remove 20 million people? Well, the Florida AG came up with an idea. Alligator Alcatraz. We talked about it last week, but now the DHS has approved this. This is a massive abandoned runway compound in the middle of the Everglades where they can just plop people down and leave them there. It's not going to cost that much to outfit, and it's really hard to escape from. Florida's plan is to essentially make the largest illegal holding facility in an area that's surrounded by alligators in chest-deep swamp. I mean, great. You want to break into our country? That's where you go. If you don't like it, we've given you the last 5 months to self-deport. We even offered you $1,000 to leave. You didn't take it? Whoops. Now you're going to a hot and humid version of Alcatraz in Florida with mosquitoes so big that they will literally carry you away. That's what if you can survive a hurricane season. And if you try to escape, you got Burmese pythons that someone flushed down their toilet like 10 years ago that are 15 feet long because they've been eating people's pets wrapped around your neck, swimming in between alligators. Good luck! I think self-deportation option is still on the table. You want to solve this problem? You got to deter people from breaking our laws. Alligators, pythons, 100% humidity with 30-pound mosquitoes. Great way to start. And what makes it even greater is the libs' reaction to this.
If they actually build this thing, I'm pulling up. We all need to pull up to protest this thing. Horrible punishment.
Not as horrible as Americans being killed by the people we're trying to put in there, dude. I'm Carl Higbie, and I approve this message.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.